Hi, welcome to the Marriage Foundation. These are questions, real questions that we've gotten at the Marriage Foundation. You could also send in a question. Just so you know, this is 7 or 8 years ago. So you don't have to worry about maintaining, who you are. No one will ever know. So here it is. I've been married to my husband for 20 years. In the last 9 months, he has drastically changed. He told me he feels no connection to me or our 4 children. He even went on a very mysterious cross-country trip by himself. Of course, I assume an affair, but he denies it. He's been very mean and disconnected. He literally will ignore me and can go into fits of rage in a second. I caught him in small lies. He's become incredibly selfish and is spending absurd amounts of money on himself. He's very hot and cold with me. One day he loves me, the next day he doesn't want to be with me. He pays almost zero attention to our children. He's on his phone constantly. The changes came on so suddenly that I literally thought he had a brain tumor or something. He was very briefly treated for depression, but then insisted he wasn't depressed and stopped treatment. I'm at my wits' end. I'm broken and very hurt. We started marriage counseling and he went to 2. I've continued for the past 17 weeks. My counselor insists that I must leave him, that he will never change. Oh, that breaks my heart. But despite everything he has said and done to me, I still want to keep my family together and I still have love for him. Is this a waste of my time? A lost cause? I don't really like doing editorials about marriage counselors because I know that they mean well. In their heart, they are basically social workers once they become marriage counselors because they're trying to help couples. But a lot of them take on marriage counseling to get to an individual who will then inevitably they'll get a divorce because marriage counseling doesn't work, and then they'll have a client for a very long time. So this is a reality in our world today. I used to be a divorce mediator. They sent me clients. I used to believe in their stuff. They believe in their stuff. Even though it doesn't work, it's all there is, right? It's sort of like in the old days when medicine was and they believed in it, and of course it didn't work. So that's my first impression, but thank God we're starting to get out there even back then, because she knows that at the Marriage Foundation, we save marriages. That's what we're here for. I started doing this in 2001. I created teachings, marriage teachings, and our principles are very solid, our processes are very solid. So no, it's not a lost cause. It's not a waste of time. What we don't do that may disappoint you is we don't label people. We don't decide this is a lost cause. We work with people who want to save their marriage, plain and simple. She wants to save her marriage. We will do everything in our power to help her. The reason why her marriage is falling apart is a universal reason. It isn't because he's not going to change, because he changed, obviously. He changed to bad, he could change to good. We can change, we're human beings, right? It's because what happened in their marriage, which is not disclosed, never is that they'd already started losing their connection some time ago. And he just reached a point where enough was enough. Is he having an affair? Maybe. Because that's what a lot of men do. Because that kind of behavior in our world now is given a blessing, which is insane. I mean, cheating is not the way to go. And it's immoral. It's not okay. He will pay the karma for it. And she should not be his judge and jury for that. She's very mature email. She recognizes what he's going through, doesn't know where to turn though. I'm glad she turned to us. Hopefully she took the course and their marriage is okay now. So why do I say her marriage will be okay? Because the one thing that is missing in all the marriages that is of the utmost importance, and you might say everything flows from that, is this unconditional love that we signed up for. All of us get married to be happy. All of us get married to feel love. And we all expect harmony to a large degree, and it's possible. But we never have learned how to cultivate our love, how to cultivate happiness, how to cultivate a good marital harmony. We just don't learn it. And so we jump from dating to courting to engagement to marriage. None of these steps are being handled in a way that makes any sense. The only thing that is real in that is that we fall in love with our soulmate. That's real. The soulmate is real. It's not some made-up phrase. It's real. Falling in love is real. Now, what happens is the Western psychological world, which is kind of in charge of the teachings of marriage, which are not teachings at all, is that love is an emotion. But that reduces love to an emotion, because love is not an emotion. Love is the highest goal for all of us. We all seek love. Why? Because we're all souls. Innately, essentially, we are spiritual beings. We don't have a soul, we are the soul. What we have is a body and a mind, and the emotions are part of the mind. But we don't learn these things. And so we're flailing around. Why is she not giving me sex like I need? Why is he treating me so badly? And it's all kind of selfish when you think about it. None of it is about unconditional love. Everyone says, oh yeah, I love my kids unconditionally. And that's as close to unconditional as your love ever gets. But you didn't even choose your kids. You're compelled to love them biologically. And so it's not truly unconditional love. But you chose your husband, you chose your wife, and yet you don't love them unconditionally. And it's not automatic. You need to cultivate it. So that is what's going on here. Now, if she shifts all of her energy into being the wife of love, then he will come around. And some people say, well, why should she do that? He's cheating on her, which is a grand assumption because she doesn't even know that for sure. Why she should do that is because that's what she promised him in the first place. He didn't come to us. If he came to us, we would tell him pretty much the same thing. You're not loving your wife as you promised. And so that goes both ways. What doesn't go both ways, and this is a big deal for us at the Marriage Foundation, we don't believe in couple counseling. And I know it doesn't work. I started out trying that in 2001. It didn't work. What works is working with one individual and really teaching and training them how to be an amazing spouse. And the other one comes around to a huge degree. All the fighting ends, all the disputes go away, all the negativity dissipates, and it becomes heaven on earth, which is what marriage is supposed to be. We don't know that. We've heard the expression marital bliss, but we don't know that. We're not convinced. I'm here to tell you that it's true. We've sold thousands of courses, and so I know for a fact that people get this, and they transform their lives. So that's it. So when you read parts of this, like a psychologist would probably read this and go, oh yeah, he's never going to change. Who gets the right to say something like that at all anyway? I'm sorry I focused on that. But you know, when I began, that was what I was up against. And now we have many people who are trained as marriage counselors our way. And they're not doing it because it seems like a cool thing to do under the umbrella of therapy. Instead, our marriage counselors become marriage counselors because they really want to save marriages. That's their primary goal. So that's it. I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. I appreciate your visiting. And if you like this is a new thing that we're doing here. We're trying to read people's messages because I think that what happens is you're getting the real deal here. So if you like this approach, let us know by leaving a comment. Also leave a like, and also if you like it, then sign up, what's it called? Subscribe to the channel. God bless you and take care. Thank you.